Right, so hey guys, today I'm going to be telling you how to set up or use Lines Police CAD. So this is the home page, so once you sign in to everything, it should pop up here. Now I'm going to click on communities first, because this is just going to be easier. Now, as you can see here, this is the community dashboard. So you have the option here to join or create. So if you're an owner, you can create a community, and you just put the name in there. Or you could join the community, and you can just put the code in there. Like me, I've joined DSGC and I'm not going to show you the code of it for obvious reasons. And you can also got an owned communities here, which so if you own a community, it will show you there. And that's basically it. Now, I recommend joining a community before you do anything with the civilian, police officer, fire EMS and dispatch portals. Otherwise, this probably won't make sense. So, here we have the civilian portal. So this is the home page for the civilians. As you can see here, you got your civilians, your vehicles, your firearms, and a few adverts. So, how to add a civilian you may be asking? Well, this is how. You click Add New Civilian, put your first name in, your last name in, your date of birth, your address if you want to, your job if you want to. This has just been added recently, so you have your gender if you'd like to specify that. You could either say male, female, non-binary, or unspecified. Your height in imperial or metric systems, respectively. Your weight in imperial and metric systems, respectively. Your eye color, your hair color, if you're an organ donor or if you're a veteran. That is all. Sorry, that is all optional. You don't have to do that, but you can do it. Now down here you have create driver's license. You would definitely want that ticked, unless you don't want to have a driver's license. Your firearm license, I'd say keep that valid, but yeah, that's it. Now, next, I'm moving through this quite quickly, I know. Now you've got add vehicles. Right, so first thing you'll see is the VIN. If it's not there, just click regenerate, it will spawn it back, it will generate it in there. Your plate, so if you want to go on GTA, put the plate of your vehicle in there so cops can look it up. Then your model of the vehicle, such as a Vapid Car 4x4, the colour, let's just say black, valid registration, valid insurance, want yes or no, yes or no, your registered owner, any of the civilians you've made, marked stolen, yes or no, and then click create. Once you've done that, it should pop up down here. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of cars registered. This is where your civilians will pop up, so if you create a civilian, it will pop up here. For example, I've not done all that stuff with them yet. But yeah, you can also see your criminal history and your medical history. As you can see here, James has got quite a lot of citations, so yeah. Up here, you've got the registered firearm. Now, if you click on that, it will give you the serial number. You can see the weapon type: pistol, revolver, shotgun, submachine gun, light machine gun, assault rifle, or a sniper rifle. You've also got registered owner, any of your civilians, and you can also report it as stolen. You can just click create once you've done that. And firearms will show up down here. So as you can see, I've got an assault rifle and a pistol. Now we've also got the map in here. So now if you click on that, it will take you to a whole map. Now you can also have to use that button up there to zoom in and out, but you can also click on popular areas here, and that will show you all the popular areas. If I go back here, you can also click on the for mobile section, which will, if it loads, which I don't think it will, that should take you, as you can see here, it should take you out and into a little different area. That's mainly just for mobile users. Now I'm on PC, so same kind of stuff applies, just not completely the same. So next, we're going to move into the police officer portal. Since that's that's all the civilian stuff done. So if you were just here to look at that stuff, there you go. Then we've got the police officer portal here. Here you can see uh, you have your on duty and your status. Now you have all these buttons here, so you can go 10 when you want to start your duty. You would want to click 1041, 10:8, or if you would like to end your duty, you'd like to click 10:7, 10:42. Now there's also a page in here which I'll show you in a minute, what explains what all these 10 codes are, which I'm not gonna go down the list. But you also have a panic button. So let's say you're 10-8, you're in a 10-80 with someone, and you're getting shot at. So if you're being shot at by someone, this is when you'd want to push your panic button. And as you can hear, it sets off a little noise. Now that's been set off by me, my gamer tag, and my call sign. As you can see up here as well, my name and my call sign. Now, down here you have active bolos and assigned calls. I'll get into the assigned calls in a minute, but bolos, basically, let me clear that. Bolos is where you can go down here and click create bolo. You give a vehicle or a person or something else, like a cat or something. I can save the location and give them a description of the vehicle. And once you've clicked create, so let's just say a vehicle last seen at 24/7 in Sandy, armed, if I can spell right. I can't spell for some odd reason. Let's just say that's I don't know why I keep attempting that. Anyway, let's just say the at gunpoint, and they were in a black coupe. Once you click create, it'll pop up down here saying Bolo last seen. Now you can always click on it and either update it, so you could put something like in here saying like, I don't know, saying that they changed cars or something. Click update, that will update it for everyone. It also says the created, who it's been created by and what time it was, and it also says updated at if it was updated by someone. And once you've caught the person, you can just click delete, and that's basically the bolo gone. I'm going to move on to the databases now over here, so the search little tab on this side. Now, the name database, let's just say I'm going to look at one of my characters, James Santiago. As you can see, once you've searched someone's name, so at this point you've probably pulled someone over or run their plate and then looked up their name. So as you can see, James Santiago has no active warrants, he's clean, no warrants found. Now I'm going to get into this stuff in a minute. Now driver's license, as you can see your little driver's license, the expiry date, the last name and forename, the date of birth, when it was issued, which was issued the 30th of April 2020, which is quite long ago. Registered vehicle, so you can click search registered vehicles, and as you can see, I have a black with white roof Gauntlet Classic Custom. And down here you can see criminal history, so citations, my warnings, and my arrests. Now, we're getting into the other stuff here. So now, up here you have to issue citations, so you have the date of violation, the time, the first name, last name, date of birth, and selected ID. All that will be filled in for you over time, so you don't need to worry about that. Now this part here, the plates, model, colours, is all optional, so you don't have to put the plate in, but let's just say you put a random plate in, a random vehicle, the model of the vehicle, and the colour. Then here you have the fines, so if they've committed a crime, let's just say James was caught here just speeding 30 over the limit and had an unlawful vehicle modification and was disturbing the peace. Now we used to have to add all up, but now all that stuff's just added up for you, and once you've done that, put the fines in there, you just click submit and that will be on their record. Now over here, you have the warnings area. So you have all the same stuff here, except the plate, model, and color are still there, but the violation, it will still come up like saying money at the end there. But let's just say it was excessive vehicle noise, and then you click submit, and that basically means that, well, they've been given a written warning or a verbal warning, so they've been warned about it. So if someone pulls them over in the future for the same offence, they could give them a ticket instead of a warning. Now over here we have arrest. Now pretty much everything's the same here except charges. You have to type all that stuff in. So let's just say for felony evading. Now you don't have to fill this in with anything. Oh, in fact, you do have to fill it in, right? But let's just, most of the time I don't put much information and I just do NA and NA, N/A like that. And once you've filled all that stuff in, you just click submit. So all that stuff's already been filled in for you. Now, warrants on the other hand. So let's just say James Santiago was caught felony evading. Now, if I click submit on that, I'm going to show you what it's like when. So if I look him up again, you'll see he has an active warrant for felony evading, and it pops up right here. Now, once they've been caught for that warrant, all you need to do is click on it and click yes, which means that warrant's been removed. It will take you out the character, but that's fine. That's normally does. Over here, we have the plate database. So in here, if you just put a random plate off the back of the car you pulled over, I'll just put this plate in, see what it comes back with. Didn't come back with anything. Put this plate in. Does it come back? No, I don't think any of these plates are gonna come back. Oh, that one came back, right, okay. So here we see Hannah Smith. So we have the VIN number, the plate number, the registered owner, the colour, the model, the insurance, and the registered owner. And the registration, sorry. Now, normally we would used to have to get the name off here and type in the name in the name database, but now they've updated it so that you can just click on the name and it will take you straight to the character. So here you can see Hannah Smith, all the information there. So that's basically it for the plate database. Now the firearm database doesn't normally get used that much, but let's see, just go for that one there, see if it comes back with something. If it doesn't, oh it does actually, it's my gun. So here you see type pistol, my character's name and date of birth and the serial number. And that's basically it for the firearm database. Now we've gone over the create bolo bit, so let's move on to 10 codes here. Now here we have 10 codes, which basically is all the codes which cops use in real life and during RPs at the same time. So you have all these codes, which I'm not going to read out all of them. I'm just gonna leave it here for a quick second and let you guys read over it. And we're moving on in 3, 2, and 1. Down here we have penal codes. Now that will take us to another tab, I think. So this is all the violations and how much is fined or the jail time for it. So over here you have all the offences, which is quite a lot of them, but not all of them are in here. But you also have the cop slash civ baiting and the metagaming offences right there, which is interesting. And that's basically just the penal codes there. Now, under here we have the notepad, so you can just type in random stuff here, like little notes. But note if you do refresh or leave it, or refresh or close the tab, it will delete anything that's on the notepad. I've already covered the map, already covered communities. Notifications is just a little thing here which we've actually done, and it just tells you all the little updates I've done here. Now settings. Now you don't noticed earlier that you heard a name, not a name, a little sound, which indicated that the panic button went off. Now you need to go into the little settings here and go up to here, and you notice it says panic button. If you want to hear that sound, you need to click enable sound. If you don't click that, you will not hear the sound. And then you also hear you have the call sign and your username and your email, which I'm not going to show mine obviously for obvious reasons. You can also update your password as well. Further down here we have support, which is going to take me. Yeah, so here we have a feature request. So if you want to request a feature, you can go ahead and request it to the creators of the system. You have a bug report, and you also have reach out. I'm not going to spend too long on this. I'm just going to move on quickly here. And then you've also got finally the sign out bit. Now, if you want to sign out your account, you click that, obviously. Now that is it for the police side. I'll move over to the fire and EMS side, and then hopefully we'll get to the dispatch. So here we have the San Andreas Fire operations. Another note: if you click this in any of the portals, it will refresh the page. Now you can add a new persona. So this is basically just a civilian, basically. First name, last name, the department, fire or EMS, assignment area, the station, and the call sign. You've also got vehicle here, and that would basically put in all the vehicles you need. Just another note, anything you put in here, the persona or the vehicle, if the police officers type that up in the system, it will not come back. Just a note. We've not uh, figured that out yet. Over here we have the medical database. So I'm just gonna, you can just type in anyone. I'm gonna type in James Santiago here. And you have to click search on this one. And then you have the driver ID, the date of birth, the address, and the occupation. And all the reports, medications, and pre-existing conditions. Now you can also create reports, and once you click that, if you find any miss, you can say if they're been hospitalized, or if they've not been hospitalized, and you can also put the detail of the incident in there. And then we've got the 10 codes again, and that's basically it for the Found Any Miss portal. Not much there. Over here we have the dispatch portal, which is quite a bit complicated here, as you'll see. This is all of our units, which are apparently 10.8, but they're not actually because they're not on RP. I'm just going to cover this button right here. If you click on it, you'll hear a little two tones there, which basically means signal 100 is in effect, which means only priority radio traffic should be coming over. So if there's a 1080, aka a pursuit in progress, which means only the person who's calling out the locations or 1020s of the pursuit should be saying or should be speaking in the radio. And you can just click here to clear. Now here we have the officers who are on duty, their usernames, call signs, and status. So that can be anything. And just another note: the dispatch, whoever's on dispatch, can set if they're 10.8, all their statuses are 10.8 or 10.41, 10.42 or 10.41. Down here we have the active bolos. So if you want to create a bolo, just say Sandy. Just say white four-door sedan robbed 24/7. And I'm aware that's this person there. So if we create that in the dispatch portal, it'll pop up like that. And then I think to remove it, yeah, just need to go like that. Simple. Now the active calls bit. Now if you want to create a call, you get the short description of what kind of call it is. So let's just say stabbing. And then the assigned officers, you can assign any officers you want, you can assign. So let's just assign Ben, Smooth, me, and Ruth. And let's just say there was a 3 times victims stabbed at at the motel on Route 68. Now once you create that, it'll pop up here. It'll also pop up on the officer system, which I'll show you now. It'll show up here that you've been assigned to a call, an open call on Route 68, and the only person who can edit that or close it is the dispatch person. So whoever's on the dispatch portal is the only person who can change stuff like that. So what you can also update it, delete it, or close. Now I'm just going to close that, which basically means it was dealt with, and yeah, all that stuff. And I believe it's going to show some sort of call history as well. But over here we have pretty much name database, plate database, firearm database, all the same. Now below the bolo part we have a create call, and that's pretty much all the same stuff there. So that is pretty much it for the Lanes Police CAD. There's not much else to cover. In fact, that's all of the things to cover. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick short video on how to use Lanes Police CAD. I'm just going to scroll down here, or set that to scroll down here so I can show you guys all the little portals here on the way out, which is kind of a little how-to. So hope you guys enjoyed this so far, and I will be seeing you guys later. Yep, see you guys later.